he says he's self-sufficient, but he knows that he was hallucinating and that wasn't supposed to happen. He knows that. And you're making me watch him suffer more. You get off on any kind of suffering you can do. When you got where you didn't think there was nothing left to destroy my anatomy, now you're hurting someone I love. This is so sick. Now, I already know where you're going with the future. I'm seeing these people function around me in their world as if everything is just programmed. You're watching them with satellites, and you're probably destroying their mind just like mine. And you're putting all these things up that say breathe, because you're attacking my heart. And I can't breathe. And you do that when I won't obey your commands. And you're also bringing up pictures when you were attacking others and saying breathe, which you're on this high and mighty, you think, power kick. And it's so sad when I see this alien group that my husband used to work with, and all the men now have gray hair. When I seen them before, they didn't have gray hair. And I've seen some of the people poorly aging. And I see people just doing the best they can to live in the rat race. And I don't see you're human. You're no different than those people, except for you use your mind for evil. I don't understand how you can gloat about taking someone who is just like you, who comes into this world hoping to have luck and goodness, and you take all that away from them, and you want them to have demons. Demons are something, if they exist, from another dimension or from down below, that cannot find pleasure in life because they've been damned, and their minds are shot, and all they want to do is cause pain and suffering on those that they know have something they can't possess. You behave like demons. These people have good substance, love, everything, but you don't possess those things. So you're doing just what demons do. You're taking away those virtues. And you gloat about it because you cannot open up and have anything good within. So you're destroying life and calling it fire and fury, and other people are saving life. You know, when some babies only live one day on the earth. If that baby lives, wouldn't it be great if it knew love? If it could just look at the sky and just smile? Most babies can't focus on that stuff. But wouldn't it be great if it was in warm, loving arms for one day of its life? Well, there are humans that are blessed to just live for one instant. And I can't believe that you don't try to make life as pleasant as you can. You don't know if they don't go to demons after they die. You don't know if people aren't going out and being damned after death. You don't know what horrors away. You know death is horrifying. It seems gruesome. And you know people suffer. But if people suffer naturally in life and have tragic accidents and things, and they're unlucky, why are you so broken and shallow that you want to make them suffer? You're the one that's immature. Don't tell me that I have to be like you. You are immature. My feelings are very strong. So you're telling me you want me to make you a lot of money after you stole everything that made you an empire that was my creation. You have my brain so damaged that the other day when I needed to react in a crisis, all I could do was cry because I kept asking God, what do I do next? But my brain wasn't functioning and I didn't know what to do next. And I would pick up the phone and call for help. Other people, what do I do next? The old Sherry would have always known by instinct, and she would have been quick about reacting. I couldn't, because that side of my brain is gone. And it gives you great pleasure to tell me how I'm a stooge now. You make me trip over my own feet. It makes you have pleasure. But all you've done is deprived some other person that could be helped by the talent and the mind that I did have. And so today, as I was driving around, and I was thinking about what move to make next, because you're telling me to leave my town or die. And I'm thinking where to go, because there's satellites everywhere, and as long as I'm where the satellites are, I'm going to be tortured. And I'm just trying to think, well, I'm turning into an invalid. Where do invalids go? Where do invalids go? And then I thought, you tell me, we'll get a blog that makes money, charge. Well, you know, I've always shared my stories and things for nothing. Now you say, well, now we want you to have a blog that makes money. And I'm thinking, well, I don't have a brain left anymore, and you want to make me feel like you've taken all control of my whole being. What kind of blog can I do? And I guess the blog would be about the horrifying 20 years you stole of my life and the horrible medical experiments that you did each day to turn me into this invalid. and get, I'm not going to try to get the rest of the world to know that they're all being programmed, probed, dissected, tortured for your fun and amusement. That you're probably putting hidden cameras in their house like mine, so you can hurt them and then hack their phone and play their misery back to them, play their suffering back to them, and tell them you're putting it in movies, and then put my face in animation and stuff, and then tell me keep suffering, because we really love it. It makes great characters. I'm not even going to tell them that stuff, because you've shown me from the years you stole from me that the time I gave a damn was valued life I wasted. The time I was honest, that I put my energy into trying to reform you people, or I put my hopes and dreams into anything, was time wasted. Now you say you destroyed my mind, and then you say, oh, but you're limitless now. Go dream. You destroyed those dreams, and the only reason you say go dream is because you want more money, because you were able to steal my life, you were able to put me in films and books, and no one stopped you while you said you were draining my life force and destroying my mind. Now you sent me sick things yesterday while I'm at the hospital, telling me you want me to be raped, telling me you want me to have sex with everybody, pictures you've drawn of me in skimpy little negligees, and even threatening to eat me. It's beyond evil. It's beyond insane. So I guess what I am going to start doing is I am going to have a video blog. And then I'm going to write if you stay out of my brain, but it's to do what I always wanted to do. I'm like those doctors that I hang around with. I'm a healer. I'm a nurturer. I'm a giver. And you've always said you hate that. You even told me you hated Mother Teresa. So I have got enough experience through the pain and torture I've been through for 20 years to write numerous self-help books, and to write books for young people to tell them about the life that was stolen from me, that perhaps they will get to live, so they will enjoy their youth before you drain their energy like you did mine and keep me drained every single day with your weapons. I can write young people and warn them of the predators that are out there in the world, and how to not let themselves be devoured like you devoured me, and not to give their attention and mind to parasites, not share their time with broken people because they feel sorry for them and they want to heal them or make them better, not to be taken advantage of, not to be shamed and raped and devoured, and just so dark people can get a rush when all it does is makes them even more evil. There are people out there that can get something good and it actually improves and enhances their life, but with monsters like you never grow. You say growing is experiences wild sex as you can with different partners, and seeing the world first class on yachts and stuff, and doing dirty dark things that other people, you say, are too inhibited to do. But when you took down walls and filters in my brain, you said to make it where I would be more open-minded, so that you thought I would just create a lot more, and you thought I would be, like you said, like a sex puppet when I was younger, but I wouldn't. All you did was open me up to when I try to fight the dark side, or like these demons you talk about, try to intrude in my life, there's very little resistance, because I have spiritual faith and I have a soul, but you have worn down those walls that God gave me to keep the enemy out, the enemy on the other side. You're the intruder, and to me, you represent the enemy. So now you say, leave your comfort zone, when you know you've made me broken, and you're like the stupid matador that stabs the bull, and when it's bleeding, wants to fight with it. You're a coward, and you hunt me, you stalk me. It's all some sick. It's not a power thrill. It's just a bunch of imbeciles destroying the meek. That's all, because they're broken inside. But when you tell me this, and I've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow to see if I can, for the first time, try to repair some of the damage you did to my bones and my spine. And they've already said they want me to go for physical therapy or back surgery, physical therapy first. And I've got bone deterioration through my whole body from these weapons, and all sorts of other things. It'll take years and years. And now you've damaged my TMJ joints to where my jaw's dislocating every day, and I can't eat hard food, and my jaws pop and grunt if I try to eat and dislocate. You did that by attacking my face and jaws every night for the past couple of years, and you send me pictures of what you're doing. you know, you made it hopeless for me to ever try to repair myself. You said, leave my comfort zone. I'm the kind of person that finally just quit trying. You know, if you're going to keep attacking places, all you want me to do is fight to live so you can attack harder. You're getting some energy off my quest for life. You're getting energy every time you knock me down that I try to rise again, because it's an offering to Satan. It's wolves devouring a lamb. It's an offering to Satan. And that's like, I went to Dr. Melvin Lansky for 1.5 years because you pushed me into depression. And I would talk it out. Well, 1.5 years later, I was happy for the first time in my whole life. And it took you 6 months to say, we can't have that you started breaking in and traumatizing me and sending me horrifying messages and attacking me, to where after 6 months I was so broken physically that I was getting depressed. Now you attack my brain to create fear because I'm starting to feel strong. And what you do is you attack a person, demolish them, and then tell them to rebuild. And if they try to rebuild and they improve, then you'll attack a different area, and then you'll say, well, you're doing good, improve. And every time they rebuild, you try to degrade them and shame them and cut them down again. And you said, every time you climb, life is going to get more difficult. And then you tell me you're leading people into hell by doing this. And then you're attacking their brain now to have full control. You've got machines now that they can't pray, because you know, and you'll attack them when you can tell what side of the brain that people are using. You think you've got machines that block the Creator from getting through to people. And I can feel you sending me demons with these machines. I can feel when I'm in pain, your energy grows and you intensify whatever the power is in these machines. When I'm hurting, you're increasing the power. I can feel it. I can hear it. And God Almighty is the only thing that's saving me and keeping me coping. And but you're destroying everybody's lives around me. I see you doing it. I'm watching. And all I can do is value the life I lost, value the good health I once had, fear for the future. But it's very hard to dream when you make me have head pain or fear or sickness every time something beautiful pops in my mind and I try to make it become reality. You said you're scared that I can do magic. And at this state, I'm just trying to think, where can an invalid relocate to, where she can write and observe life and live her life with as little pain as she can and still make a monumental difference in the world? All those years you thought I'd let you in, you were always an outsider because you said I was a lonely person. Well, you had to have been messed up to try to get into my mind if I was a lonely person. But that loneliness protected me. And now you're saying that you want full control of my mind. And I'm the kind of person that will shatter and have self-hatred toward myself. I will turn against myself and mentally and shut down, because those years later, after I found out I was an experiment, it took me over 10 years, but when you started saying every year you're making progress, and I realized your game was to demolish me, to study me, only to study me, and you talked about how humans sucked, but you like primates because you work with monkeys. I realized what you were up to. Then I decided that if I was rebuilding, it was only to give you some kind of joy. It's like they're watching a movie. It's a new adventure, you wanted me to, because I went on so many adventures before I met you and got so much material that you decided you wanted to force me to go on adventures later by tearing me down and rebuilding me. And then I realized I had to shut you out. In order to shut you out and try to get rid of the fear, I had to shut down. So saying leave my comfort zone, all that means is I shut down to be comfortable, to shut you out, which means I go into hibernation mode. There is no life in me. There is no excitement or anything. There is no interest. And then that's not good enough for you. You still dig deeper to get more, when I wouldn't give you secrets before and tell you who I really was. So then I have to just hate myself when you try to send these dark entities to me. I have to completely turn against myself in order to keep you and your monsters out of my brain that you're trying to make dominate me with your weapons. So this isn't the kind of stuff you can tell a psychiatrist. There's nobody I can talk to about this. Anyone else will say it's too insane. No one can